What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel, and today we are gonna be looking at the new OP09 leader, the Black Purple Luffy. Now, this is the most consistent deck that I can cook up. It's mostly inspired by the top decks in Japan or in Asia, but I made some um, adjustments with how I want to play this leader. Now keep in mind that this leader might have some purple cards in it, but it won't be ramping. It won't be ramping a lot. All you need is this Roronoa Zoro to give you that early boost on your first turn. But the rest kind of like syncs up if you play first. If you get the if you win the dice roll and then you get first, you can play the Sanji, and then from there you can just play the other Sanji, which is the OP09 Sanji, which can rest a 4 cost. Oh no, sorry, 6 cost. Sorry, my bad. It's a 6 cost or lower, which is even better, right? Even better. Um, but yeah, mostly your engine is gonna be throwing your cards away into your trash for Gecko Moria because we're playing for them. What you want to see in your trash would be the Frankie, the Law. You can either do the Zoro as well, but I wouldn't really pick up Zoro because this deck is a 4 life leader, right? It's very, I guess, glass cannon. If you don't protect your life that much, that's why I tweak this deck into having a little bit more blocker, like the Onami, the 6 cost Sanji, and the Sabo. Also, I added the Shiki as well just for card filtering because sometimes you would have games where you can't just find your big bosses and then you manage to ramp up really fast, and that's always a very annoying thing to do. Also, these two events here is so good, very good. In addition to purple, once you get to 10 dons, this one is pretty much a free uh, 9k leader. It'll make your leader 9k, and then you get to draw 2 cards as well, which is insane. You can draw into like a 2k counter or like a rush character that you are hoping, or even the gear 5 Luffy, which is kind of like it can seal the deal into these matchups. And yeah, the Gum Gum Lightning as well. If you manage to like drop this one and then end your turn, they still have one blocker. You do all your ability, you'll get up to like 5-6 dons, and then you just Gum Gum Lightning their blocker, and that's pretty much gonna seal the deal, and you get your leader ability as well, which is pretty nice. But yeah, this is a deck list that I'm running. I recorded my earlier matchups, which doesn't have the 9 cost Luffy in it, but I feel like I don't need much mid game characters. I might be wrong, but in all of my matches, I try to find the big boss cards because it's kind of hard to not play it, because this is your advantage, right? As a purple, like I said, you're not gonna ramp as fast, but still getting to 8 dawns is really good, because you have a Gecko Moria. You can even do Gecko Moria, Frankie, Trafalgar Law, which is gonna give you like so much card filtering, and then um, you can just basically set up for like your final your final game. Like, you can put this, like, you can filter it out, search for this card, or maybe the Nika. But yeah, very excited to share to you guys how well this deck goes, and yeah, we'll start with the game mode. Alrighty, so first match would be against the yellow purple Nico Robin. Now this game match is gonna be a very hard matchup because we're a 4 life leader, and leader ability for this deck will just starve you if you don't counter out of it. That's why you're gonna see me countering very early with this. The new Zoro is actually a really good card. Like I said in the beginning, it's just gonna ramp you up in the very early game, and here you can see that I'm putting a lot of pressure into this matchup because they need to trash one card for them to ramp up, so we don't really want them to ramp really quickly, or if they're gonna ramp, then they're gonna have to sacrifice one of their cards from their hand. Unfortunately, they attack for 11k. We don't have any counter in our hand, but we found another Zoro which will quickly boost us up as well. Having a 6 down here, we can just apply this blocker because we need to block some of these attacks from the leader ability. I'll take the other ones, but I can't keep getting attacked by this leader, and banish is such a pretty annoying ability. So in here we have the Gear 5 Luffy ready, but it's way too early. He's got 2 blockers. I'm just gonna test out the water first and see what's a good play here. Now I attached 1 Dawn in there because I'm gonna be playing this Gecko Moria anyway, and I believe that yeah, I'm just gonna search for my big bodies like the Sanji will just rest those pesky blocker, and then yeah, having a 3 Dawn active just gonna give us an option if we draw another Gum Giant. You know, it happened to be a lot of time because you're drawing 2 cards and you never know what the other card is, so, or the other 2 cards is. So it would be nice if you have an extra Dawn available if for another Gum Giant. In here, that's I don't know why he attacked for he attacked my searcher there, but it's very questionable. Nico Olivia, so that's a new card that I haven't read yet. And yeah, so here I just rested the leader, oh sorry, the blocker, and then I'm just gonna attack the leader here just to get 1 card out of her hand. As you can see, she's running really low with the hand size. Now my mistake here was not attacking the blocker while it's rested, which is my fault. That's my fault, and yeah, that's a pretty annoying part when I was reviewing this video. And yeah, I should have just went for the blocker and it would have made my life easier. Here we're gonna protect this Gecko Moria because we want to swing as much as we can before we drop that Gear 5 Luffy. But unfortunately, he got another Monkey Luffy here. Here I'm just gonna block it again, and oh, I actually didn't play the Gear 5 Luffy in this turn yet. So we're just gonna play it safe here. We put another blocker, and we're just gonna keep poking him until he gives up that blocker or he gives up more cards from their hand. So yeah, we're just gonna play smart here. And then again, we're gonna we're gonna bluff with the 2 active Dawn, or we're gonna be smart and have another active Dawn open, just in case that we threw into another Gum Gum Giant. We gotta block that banishing, bro. The banish effect from the leader. It's just too much, man. Am I gonna block here? Yes, I am gonna block here. Now he doesn't have any blocker left in this match, so I figured that I can just go for game here. He's got 4 cards in hand. Remember, always use your Gear 5 Luffy effects first before you end your turn. And yeah, from here, he's got no options here. Like, he's gonna counter out of it, but what's he gonna do with a 12-way swing? So, Gear 5 Luffy, that's your closer, which is a really good card that came out from OP05, which you can still get from PRB 01 as well. But yeah, so that's the first matchup, and then we'll go into the second one. Alrighty, so the next one would be against a Red Purple Uta. Now, I know that this is just the same, but people are trying, I know people are trying to cook up something with like rogue decks like like this, which was one of the worst leader that came out in the set. Is that OP06? I can't remember, but Red Purple Uta is one of the worst leader that came out in that set, and people are trying to cook with it, so you can't really blame them. Some people just want to play for fun. Like this deck here, I don't think it is a top deck because of just having a 4 life leader just puts you in so much disadvantage already. Just like look at the top decks in the next format. They're all 5 life leaders. So yeah, we're still gonna have fun. It doesn't change the fact that this deck is really fun, and if you go to a local with less sweats and you kind of like master this deck, then I think you're gonna have a good time. This is a legit deck. Anyway, back to the game. There's not much that happened in the last 2 turns. He just played the Zoro, which ramps you up, gives you another Dawn, and I just ramped up into 6 Dawns, which was able to make me play the Sabo and then drawing 2 as well. But yeah, really good. I'm gonna protect that our board, but completely forgot that he still got 6 Dawns open, and he just managed to kill that Zoro. I should have just let it go, but yeah, I thought he's gonna play something 6. Anyway, here we don't have much options, so we're just gonna pass here. Unless, yeah, so I'm just gonna put more pressure into him, because if he attacks this rested, he attacks this rested blocker, which is, it did its job, so might as well just attack with it. He's now in 10 Dawn turn, so there's not much play that I can do here. But I'm just gonna play this new secret rare Luffy from OP09 from next set, and I'm just gonna take advantage of my leader ability as well. He's down to like 0 life now, so this should be an easy win if I can get my 9-cost Luffy to stay in the board. But seeing that 11k rush Luffy doesn't look good. Now I think I'm gonna take this one. Oh, actually no, I'm not gonna take this one because I am scared of the rush cards that he had, because he's still on 10 Dawns. He's still got 10 Dawns open, but yeah, finally attach some dons in that Luffy. Here I'm just gonna use my Gum Gum Giant because I want to use I want to make use of this one and swing with this 9 cost Luffy before I drop my Gear 5 Luffy. We want to maximize our chances of putting a little into our opponent. Now here I'm in a tough situation where I can sort of finish the game if I just attack with the 9 cost Luffy and then just destroy his other blocker if he blocks. But seeing his hand size doesn't really help because I know he did took a couple of 2Ks from his trash with that Guilty Sorrow card. Now I'm gonna play a blocker here, so actually 2 blockers, and both of them will filter out my hand as well, which would come in really handy because as you can see we managed to grab that Gum Gum Lightning, so next turn we can just use that one if he decides to block the 9 cost Luffy. Now here I'm just waiting for him to do his turn, and I know that I'm going to be ending it in the next turn, so I didn't care if I block it or not, or if I counter out of it or not. And then he's gonna attack 16, and I completely forgot about the ability of this card, and I just fell for it. I fell for it, man. I feel so bad. But you know, he's gonna attack here. He's gonna destroy my my blocker here. I was contemplating on defending it, countering out of it, but you know, I was like, you know what, it's fine. But yeah, I'm just gonna swing 9 here. I'm gonna make sure he gives up like 2 cards from his hand, and I think he's gonna block here. I just yeah, he completely forgot that, you know, it's a purple deck, so I'll be running this Gear 5 Luffy. Such a good closer. So leader ability as well, and make sure you use your Gear 5 ability. Now he has to give up 1 2K here, and then yeah, this Gum Gum Lightning is really good. I completely forgot about the Luffy effect, the Gear 5 Luffy effect, but it doesn't matter at this stage because he does not have any blocker left, and even if he counters, his hand's gonna be low, and there's no way for him to counter out of my 12K swing. But yeah, that's the second game, and we'll go to the last 2 games. So I believe there's 2 more games that I recorded. But yeah. Alright guys, next game would be against the new leader coming out from the new set as well, which is the Blue Buggy. Now, having a matchup with a 5 life leader is always tough, and unfortunately they choose to go first as well, which kind of like messes up our curve, but that's okay. That means that we're gonna get to 10 dons a little bit faster this time. But yeah, we're just gonna counter out of this because I know for a fact that once Buggy reached that 5 don curve, he can bring out another card with him, and yeah, I think it's like a 5 cost or lower, 5 cost or lower. Warlord, was it Warlord or was it the Cross Guild? Oh, I think it's the Cross Guild engine. Yeah. So as you can see, those 5 cost or lower ones are. I'll say 5 cost or lower. No, never mind. Sorry, I'm tripping. It is a rest 5 dawns, and then you can bring out any of the cross guild card from your hand. That's why he was able to cheat out that 7 cost buggy, which kind of like stun your board as well early game, because your 4 or less cards, I believe, can attack. So if it can't attack, then having the Zoro there is pretty much useless. And then having that Mihawk as well, the 6 cost Mihawk, it is a 7k blocker, so it is pretty hard to penetrate this this leader here. So someone's gonna figure out this leader, man. It's just way too good, and I believe that it can counter Doflamingo. It can counter Doflamingo if it locks up the whole board. That's why I kind of like opted out with the 9 cost Mihawk from OP02, I believe, in my Doflamingo deck, because yes, stuff like this you need to like remove it. If you don't have any some sort of removal, then playing Doflamingo in this matchup is just gonna be a pain, because it doesn't matter how much card you have, then if you can't attack, then there's no point. Here I'm just gonna make him I'm just gonna force him to give me a 2k from his hand, because I know he's gonna block that attack. But looking at his hand size, it's pretty massive as well, so it's kind of hard. I don't know much about the effect of his cards, and yeah, he just bottom decked something, I believe. Oh, actually, he managed to destroy it. Yeah. I'm just gonna try to get rid of his board, because his board is getting pretty out of control. But I do have 3 Moria here, so I'm just gonna repeat the same stuff that I did. I'm gonna try to cycle out through my deck and see if I can grab like the 9 cost Luffy here, which I think at this point it's a bit too late as well. So I'm gonna try and swing as much as I can with whatever cards that I can swing with. Yeah, just contemplating of what I should do here. What I should have done there was I should have attached 1 more active Dawn to make it a 7k swing. That means that he has to give up at least 1 card from his hand. That 10 cost buggy can bottom deck any of your cards as well, I believe, because I think was it a bottom deck or destroy it? I don't really know. So I'm gonna try to protect my last 2 life here. This is the only annoying part with this leader. It's a 4 life leader, so it's pretty hard, pretty annoying. And yeah, so that's the one that actually bottom decks the any card. Yeah, that's a 10 cost buggy is pretty strong. But I still have another Gecko Moria here. But imagine if he didn't have it, man. I would still have like 2 Gecko Morias here, and I would still have like at least 2 swings that I can do. But it is what it is, man. It is actually a really good deck. As long as the I think the first 2 weeks, if people don't know how to play around it, it's gonna surprise a lot of players on your locals. So yeah, I would consider playing this deck. I should start learning this, to be honest, because Buggy doesn't get affected by Marshall D teaches leader ability, right? Because that is not an on-play ability on the leader. So unless you're just gonna rely on those cross guild cards with their on play, then yeah, you're gonna struggle, I guess. But having that early pressure can actually get you toe to toe with Martial Lee Teach. Here I'm still desperately trying to save my life because I don't know what sort of cards he's running on his deck. That's why I'm trying my hardest to defend my life. But I think I'm gonna run out of gas here, seeing that he still got 3 life and a full board, and he locked up my board as well. So I don't think I have any chance here, to be honest. Swinging 5, get rid of my blocker, and then he got another 7k blocker on the field. So there's no way for me to win this matchup. He's got 2 12k bodies as well, and I'm just running out of gas here. I believe he's gonna let it go. Oh, never mind, he didn't let it go. I want to make a play here. I have 1 life left, and I don't know how to defend that 2 12k swings. So this is pretty much game over from here, and there's no way for me to attack. Also, I completely forgot about the Zoro card there, because he hasn't been able to swing for pretty much the whole game, and I completely forgot about him. I wasn't paying attention in this game, and I forgot that he can attack now. Yeah, I think it's too late. It's too late for me to realize this one. And he still got 2. Yeah, he still got 2 life left, and those 2 12k swings are just massive. I think if I baited him with the Zoro, he would have blocked with the Mihawk, and then I could have played my Gear 5 Luffy, but I don't think it will matter anyway because he's got way too many blockers, and it's pretty annoying. But yeah, that's GG for me. There's no way for me to defend those 12k swings. But yeah, GG. The new bug is really strong. So I suggest, if you're a new player, I would try to study this deck and maybe play it. But yeah, I think we have 1 more match, and we'll go to the outro. Alrighty, so the last game of the day would be against a Katakuri. Now I'm just looking at this video here, and it's a very short one, so I think I beat this category really quick. Being a purple card, I don't think category has any chance against any rush cards these days. Especially if you don't trigger a lot of cards, then you don't have a chance, I guess. Now, being on 6 stones in turn 2 can automatically KO anything on the board with that Sanji card. That's why I like being first. As long as you draw that that Zoro on your opening hand, then you should be all good. Anything that the category leader, if he doesn't swing 7, it's an easy block. It's an automatic block, because that's the only there's the only 5k swing that you're gonna get from that leader, unless they're trying to attack with the leader first before the 10 cost bomb. Here I'm gonna play another Zoro. I'm gonna attach most of my dons into my characters because I'm gonna put so much pressure into category. He likes to play big cards, So I'm gonna punish him from attacking him really quick, and I'll make sure that he's gonna be really down on his life when he drops that 10 cost bomb. Yeah, he's gonna try and clear the board here. He's gonna swing 7, but I'm gonna protect my board because that will be the key to beating this leader. As you can see, I am ready to play that Gear 5 Luffy as well. So here I'm just gonna attack with whatever I can. And yeah, that Shirahoshi blocker is pretty annoying as well. I was hoping to Gum Gum Giant that one. Oh, sorry, Gum Gum Lightning that one if I ever draw into it. And here I'm just gonna attack 7. And I'm gonna, yeah. Luckily I drew into that Nami blocker as well. So I'm gonna try and reduce the hand size. Oh, sorry, the board here as well. And I'm gonna drop that Nami, and then I still have the Gum Gum Giant onto my hand. Now he's gonna try to he's gonna try to attack 5k here. I'm just gonna block it. Oh, sorry, I'll counter it. And I completely forgot that he still have that Kiku Nojo there. And I got so confused. Luckily, I still have a blocker. Here, I was hoping to draw a Sanji, and I actually drew it. That was so clutch. That is very clutch. And I can just rest that blocker as well. But I'm gonna be very, very, very careful with my swing here, because if he trigger a beige here, then that's GG. But unfortunately, he didn't draw any Beji here, and yeah, we managed to snatch the win pretty easy. All right, so that's it for me, guys. If you enjoyed that video, like it, comment and subscribe, all those good things. It just helps the channel grow. Again, this is a leader that I would bring to locals just for fun, but it's really, really competitive once you start to get to see your engines, you know. If you want to see a masterclass on how to play this deck as well, like, you know, like a visual guide on how to map your curve, let me know down below, and I'll do a tutorial on, well, what cards you want to play on certain curves. But yeah, it should be a pretty standard, you know, easy deck to play. And if you have any questions, just comment down below. And yeah, OP09 is coming up, you know, very soon, so I'm so excited to just play new leaders. But yeah, I guess I'll see you guys into the next video. Bye.